For the first time since this generation of Mazda 6 was introduced, Mazda is offering the 6 with a more powerful optional engine. It's a 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder available on the 3 highest trims: Grand Touring, Grand Touring Reserve and Signature. This new engine offering means Mazda can more directly compete with the rest of the midsize family sedan market, the vast majority of which have at least 2 engine options, if not more. So we decided it was a good time to see just how well the turbo Mazda 6 is matching up with the established set. Because of the size of the segment, we restricted it to segment bestsellers and staples, the Honda Accord and Toyota Camry, as well as the bestsellers from American and South Korean companies, the Ford Fusion and the Hyundai Sonata. As always, these are simply comparisons of specifications and statistics, and for additional nuances, be sure to check out our in-depth reviews on these cars. And if you would like to compare any or all these cars with other vehicles in the segments, be sure to try out our car comparison tool: engines, transmissions and performance. With the exception of the Toyota Camry, every high-horsepower family sedan here relies on turbocharged 4-cylinder power. And of those turbo 4 cylinders, only the Mazda displaces 2.5 liters while the rest make do with 2 liters. There are clear horsepower and torque winners, too. The Camry's 301 horsepower eclipses the rest of the segment by roughly 50 horsepower, and the Mazda 6's 310 pound-feet of torque outtwists the next most torquey Ford Fusion by 35 pound-feet. Only one car in this group is available with a manual transmission, though, and that's the Honda Accord. The Ford also has an ace in the form of optional all-wheel drive. Fuel economy is an incredibly tight race, with all but the Fusion managing 26 miles per gallon combined. The Mazda 6 and Hyundai Sonata win in the city with 23 miles per gallon, and the Camry's 33 miles per gallon on the highway wins that category. The Ford Fusion is worse in every fuel economy category, interior and exterior dimensions. Before digging into the size of these vehicles, we need to point out that the dimensions for the Mazda 6 are estimates using the 2017.5 model, since the exact specs for dimensions are unavailable for the 2018 model at the time of publishing. Considering the fact that the 2018 update that introduced the turbo engine is a mild refresh consisting mostly of updated fascias, restyled dashboard, and more insulation, we don't think the dimensions will change much. Also of note is the curb weight of the Mazda and the Ford Fusion. With the Mazda, we expect the turbocharged model will be heavier than the naturally aspirated 2017.5. With the Ford, the company only lists weight for the 2.5-liter naturally aspirated engine. We suspect the turbocharged engine weighs more. With that out of the way, it's surprising how close these cars are in size. Lengthwise, these sedans are within an inch or so of each other, with the shortest being the Hyundai Sonata, and the longest being the Honda Accord. The Camry and Mazda 6 are tied for narrowest, and the Ford Fusion is the widest. The Accord and Mazda 6 are the lowest, and the Ford is the tallest. Inside, the Hyundai Sonata has the most spacious front seat accommodations, with the most head, leg and shoulder room of the bunch. The Ford Fusion is a very close second. The Mazda 6 is the tightest up front, closely followed by the Camry. In the back, there isn't one clear winner. The Accord has the most legroom, while the Sonata has the least. The Fusion has the most shoulder room, the Mazda 6 has the least. And the Sonata has the most headroom and the Mazda 6 has the least. Cargo space is much more clear-cut. The Honda Accord's 16.7 cubic feet easily wins for most room, and again the Mazda 6 falls behind with 14.8 cubic feet. Pricing. In the all-important realm of price, the Ford and the Hyundai were the clear winners. The Fusion is the cheapest with a base price just over $27,000, and the Hyundai is close behind with a base price just over $28,000. Adding all-wheel drive to the Fusion adds $2,000, but that would still keep it one of the cheapest in this group. The Mazda and Honda are very close, between $30,000 and $31,000. The Camry is a pricey prospect at a whopping $35,000 and change. That's about $8,000 more than the cheapest Fusion in this group.